just summarize and I guess define what self improvement actually means to me, and my definition of it. So, in basic terms, everyone knows what self improvement is. It's improving yourself, to basically become better. And I agree with that, but that's so vague. I think people actually get lost of what that actually means and what they can actually do. So, in my definition, self improvement is literally it's just a way that you better yourself. First of all, every day. I think self improvement isn't a one time thing. It should be uh, every day, at least like every second of every day. You should be trying to get better. Um, how getting better or improving yourself is so vague. Um, I think you need to clearly define what your values are and what your goals are and work from there. Because if you're, say, for example, you're an esports player, right, you can't just cut out um, video games from your life. Then that's how your core work to you. Whereas if someone's like an entrepreneur, you're both going to have very different approaches to life, and necessarily one isn't better than the other. Um, so clearly define what life, like what kind of life means to you. I guess what your goals are, and there are three kind of main um, terms of successes, I suppose, goals that it seems everyone wants to strive for, which is money freedom, financial freedom, location freedom, and time freedom. And those three freedoms are kind of the main goal for a lot of people. So financial freedom, it just means having enough money to live how you want to live. So anything you want to do reasonably, you can do that. That's financial freedom. Time, location freedom is to be able to do that from anywhere in the world. You can go on a holiday for 2 weeks, 2 months, and have really no issues. You can, especially if you have like an online business or all your work's digital, you can do it all virtually, um, from anywhere in the world. And lastly, time freedom simply means not having to be stuck in a job, but like 10 hours, 8 hours, uh, 12 hours, up to 16 hours a day. Is time freedom just means you can work when you want and for however long you want to, which is, if you're a business owner, that's what you'll be doing. You are in charge of your own hours. Even if you're working a lot, you have the freedom to decide when you work those hours and how many hours you work. So that's the three main goals that a lot of people strive for. Now, if I was just starting self improvement, uh, clearly define your values and goals and align everything to that, or purpose as well. Purpose is another word for uh, like basically your goals are towards your purpose. Then your values make up your character. So I think if I was starting, clear define it and then do some things that are specific to that. Again, like that esports player example, you need to find what the inherently good and bad habits for your your goal or purpose is. But there are some generic habits which I think everyone should be doing or could be doing more of or cut out of their life. In general, the gym or at least some form of physical exercise is never a bad thing. Even if it's not self improvement, lots of people obviously do exercise. I don't think there's any really reason to, for the majority of people. I think everyone should be able to do some exercise, even if it's just playing sports. But there's literally no drawback to physical exercise. And then I'm limiting in my opinion, limiting your screen time, social media usage is another key. Unless, no, I'm going to say it anyway. I think limiting it is definitely beneficial. You can cut it out completely, like I've done, but if you're like someone that needs to have their business on social media, or say for some reason you can only use social media for one thing, like just catch up with your family if you live in another country, something like that. Just limiting your social media and screen time use in general is going to be a beneficial thing, and using your phone, laptop, and devices with intentionality and purpose, of mindless usage. And I think reading as well is the last kind of key habit that everyone should be doing. There's self improvement books for everyone, even generic. No, not generic, as in non-fiction. No, it is non-fiction self improvement. Fiction books. There's some fiction books that um, you can be reading, even fiction books. I think books in general are just a very good way of consuming content. Really, that's what books are. The original way of consuming content. Books have been around for so long. There's bound to be a few for you, and they're going to be very helpful. Even audiobooks. I listen to a lot of audiobooks. Uh, so yeah, I guess check out some you may like. There's some generic ones, books that everyone knows about. The Way of Superior Man, Atomic Habits, How to Win Friends and Influence People, The 4 Hour Work Week, The Millionaire Fast Lane, all them generic self improvement books. But yeah, I think those are the three kind of habits that are never a bad thing and definitely can be beneficial. And then self improvement, in my definition, the other ways of the time is using good habits and cutting out bad habits that align with your purpose, goals, and values.